When it comes to exam season, you need to make sure you are well revised, but you also need to make sure you are fully fueled. I'm Mark Lloyd, a chef, and I've devised all these recipes to give you the power to perform. Today's recipe is peanut chicken and coconut rice noodles. So the first thing we need to do is get loads of flavour into this chicken, so we're going to start with garlic. Give it a little crush, and that helps loosen the paper from around the outside. Take that paper off, leave the root on for now, like so. A little slice through. If you've got big garlic cloves, just use one. If you've got smaller garlic cloves, use two. I'm just going to use one. I just wanted to show you how it works. Then our garlic into our bowl. On top of our garlic, we're going to put 1 teaspoon of curry powder. We're going to put 2 teaspoons of honey. 1, 2. If you can get the runny honey in the squeezy bottle, it might be a little bit easier to use. There you go, honey goes inside like so. Then soy sauce. Soy sauce is going to give us the salt, but it's also going to give us lots of flavour. About 1 tablespoon. A little bit of sunflower oil, like so, just to loosen it up. A good old splash of coconut milk in that. That looks lovely. Final thing to go in is our lovely, smooth peanut butter. When it drops off the spoon, like so. Now for the chicken. Now we want nice thin strips of chicken, so chicken flat, hand flat on top, and gently slice all the way through and open it up like so. Then into nice long slices, maybe 4 or 5 from a chicken breast, and then they go into the bowl too. Again, hand flat on top, hand through, like so. And that way you get those nice thin kind of pieces that you recognize on the skewers with that lovely peanut sauce on the outside of them. 5 or 6, and then into the bowl. And then mix. So get everything nicely coating that chicken. Makes a bit of a weird noise, but believe me, the flavour is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Now we just pop this in the fridge for at least half an hour. If you can leave it overnight, that's even better. And I'm going to wash my hands. The sauce is nearly as simple as the marinade. We use basically the same ingredients, but with just a little bit of chili for kick. So, fingers well out the way, nice sharp knife, nice thin slices of chili, like so. If you like it a little less hot, you can take the seeds and the white little kind of membrane from in the inside, but I like a little bit of punch to mine, so in with the chili. Next thing is a little bit of desiccated coconut. This is the little dried coconut shavings. They go inside like so. Then, let me move this over. In with our peanut butter, the rest of our lovely, smooth peanut butter. I like the crunchy one as well. I'm kind of partial to that on a bit of toast. A little spoonful of curry powder goes in. The rest of our coconut milk, about 100, 150 ml of coconut milk goes in. Again, another teaspoon of our beautiful honey goes in there, like so. And if you weren't here, I'll be sucking that off the spoon. And just the tiniest splash, about a teaspoon's worth, maybe a touch more, of our sunflower oil. And that's the sauce done, finished. So now all of our ingredients are mixed together. We need to get this onto a low heat just to gently cook down and thicken to coat our noodles. So our chicken's had a while in the fridge now and is all nicely marinated. So we have to put them onto the skewers. Now soak these skewers for about half an hour before you use them. And that way it'll stop them burning if you put them on the barbecue or under the grill. What you need to do is take one of your pieces of chicken and just gently feed it on like so, zigzagging the chicken on like that. Make sure it's pushed all the way down, and then just spread it out along the length of the skewer, like so. And I'll show you another one, and then we'll go and find something more interesting to take a picture of while I do the rest of them. I love my greens, and bok choy are no exception. Bok choy, bok choy, choy sum, any of those lovely greens are worth sticking in this dish. And quite simply, you give them a quartering. So, from the root end, all the way up till they're in half. And then if they're a little bit woody, get rid of those little bits there. And then in half again. And how we're going to cook these? Very simply, a pan of boiling water with plenty of salt in it, and just give them 2 or 3 minutes so it retains all of the nutrients, but they have the tiniest bit of crunch left in them. So these are rice noodles, kind of like rice pasta. And it'll tell you on the packet how long to cook them for, but usually you just boil the kettle, pour a hot kettle over them, leave them for 4 or 5 minutes, and then they're ready. Now to get our sauce on, reducing down to coat our noodles, and our pan on to cook our skewers. Then into our nice hot dry pan, and hear that sizzle. As soon as that sauce starts to bubble, just give it a little swirl. It stops anything sticking to the bottom and it stops it burning. Now our sauce is nice and warm and thick, it's time to go in with the noodles. So straight in and give them a good old toss up. Right, our dish is nearly done. The final thing to do is just get it into a bowl. So our noodles, those lovely coconut noodles with that peanut spice in, just go in like so. Then our skewers, lovely and golden, sticky, all the way around. And this is one of those bowls you can just stick in the middle of the table and let everybody grab a bit from it. There we go. Unless you're me, and I'll eat the whole lot myself. A few little spring onions, just for a little bit of texture. A little bit of chili, just because I like that extra heat. And just some of the very, very end leaves of coriander, just torn over the top. And finally, once it's dressed with all of those lovely bits, don't forget your lovely greens, your bok choy, just over the top. And this is my peanut chicken with coconut rice noodles and bok choy.